Congressman. Hi, I'm Darren Dione Aquino. Formerly, well, not formally, I'm still an actor, just not acting. I'm currently a national advocate for disabled Americans, veterans, police, and firemen. A lot of you know me from TV shows like Sopranos and Law and Order Special Victims. But today I'm on the campaign trail, and I'm starting this campaign in a way I think it should be ran. I don't think money should be the focus of campaigning when it should be about the rights and responsibilities of the people of the United States. My district, District 4, is in Nassau County. As you can see, my wife, who's doing this video right now, that's she, her. My wife serves the disabled community too, but due to the economic struggles and the little money our organization takes in, because it's not a money pit organization, it's a civil protection organization where we focus more on the right and get some donations just to provide free service. And I don't have thousands of people getting a paycheck to destroy what the organization was founded for. Kind of like our country has fallen from its structure by the people we elected. They've taken away our freedoms, our rights, and we elected these people. My wife works and serves the autistic children of the state of New York. Another growing crisis in the healthcare community. These are our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, moms and dads who grew into this debilitated condition. One of many. One of the major concerns in this country is healthcare. But there are many reforms we must make. If, honey, could you just flash around? We're in the Bronx. These are a very underserved area in the Bronx. She works in the Fordham area. And it doesn't look too bad. They're building it up, and that's great. My plight to be a congressman came after 20,000 emails from people that knew me across the country asking me, and a lot, 10,000 disabled Americans from Nassau County, and another 10,000 from around the United States. I decided to do it. I wasn't going to do it. I've been asked for the last 10 years to do it. I don't want to do it. But the need for my children's rights and their future compels me to have to do it. I turn here.
You may.
My wife is wanting me to turn, and I'm talking and being lawful as I do this. That's why it's hands-free. But I wanted you to see where I'm driving. I want you to go along and to drive along with me. A congressman is supposed to serve his people, go to the people, and get the... Where do I go, honey?
You make a left.
This way?
Yep.
See, even a good congressman knows when he needs to ask advice and direction. And that's what he should do. And the people that choose him to serve in my community in District 4 will hire me and bring me into the place that I will serve them. I will be the representative. When I get to Washington, they'll call me congressman. When I'm in the community, they'll call me representative, because that's who I am. I'm not some highfalutin congressman. I'm an employee of the people of the United States in the county of Nassau of District 4. 760,000 great American citizens. Where do I go, honey?
Straight.
So my problem is we have so many issues, and we got candidates coming out. We got one candidate, Kathleen Rice, coming out, unless she decided not to, who just won her seat back as a district attorney. Now it seems she wants to jump ship and take a position she knows nothing about and use her familiarity to get that spot. This is why we have difficulty. We put people that don't deserve the job in the job because they have a name that sounds good. I've been advocating for 25 years for the rights of disabled, because the number of disabled is 131 million strong across the country. And a lot of those numbers are men and women who served this country and lost leg and limb, limb and leg, they're the same thing, sorry. They've lost their limbs, and some sacrificed the ultimate, their life, for the very freedom of what we're to do that's being taken from us by the candidates we hire. We hired them. It's our fault. So, being a victim of Sandy, and the pressures of insurance companies dictating to us, public entities that were businesses now dictate to the citizens that make up this great country. That's a problem for me, ladies and gentlemen, folks. I got a problem with that. So, there are other things that have come under fire. Our freedom of choice, okay? That's a problem. The freedom to choose. One of the things my wife was asking me, you want to ask me that question? I'm also disabled, by the way. I grew up in a disabled, now we call it the disabled community. We have friendly names for it. I think it's a stigma. I think we're citizens with special needs. I think when they refer to the gay and lesbian community, I think that's kind of rude because they're American citizens with a sexual preference, a companion preference of the same sex. I think that's a more acceptable to me, because when you say gay or lesbian, it sounds like we alienate citizens. We've had people who had same sexual preference defend this country. So to call them a gay or a lesbian means I'm alienate them from the human race, and I ain't doing that. I won't do that. I will protect and defend their freedom to choose. It's not my choice. Okay? I have a wife. She's of the opposite sex. And, you know, hey, sometimes, you know, that doesn't work out. But I'm for any group of people that can find love and happiness and peace in the freedom of the United States. I'm for that. I'm for freedom. I'm for free choice. I'm for anything that doesn't interfere with another citizen's choice. Because that's what our freedom's about. I'm not God, the creator. I'm one of the creations. And my responsibility is to live in peace. The Bible tells me to live in peace and to not judge anyone. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to represent. I want to represent and go out. My wife asked me, what happens if they get on this issue? I said, why does everybody keep saying the gay and lesbian community? They're men and women who made a sexual preference choice of a companion that gives them joy in their life. I think that's great. And if it wasn't for some of these same-sex companions who took on the responsibility of adopting children that have great needs, a lot of lives would be in despair. Okay? And let me tell you something. It's not my choice. So what I say to the same-sex companion community, please don't tell me my choice is wrong or yours is better, because it's not. I support your freedom. Support my freedom. I support you in your choice. Support me in my way of life. As long as it doesn't interfere with yours. Where do I go, honey?
You keep going straight, and then you're going to...
I have to check with my wife. And that's a good thing. I go left, don't I?
Yeah, you go left, yeah.
Okay. I always have to check with my wife because I was dyslexic too. But here's what I do good. I fight the good fight, and I fight with all my heart, because I believe, be it gay community that you want, if that's an acceptable group, stigmatic name, which I think is wrong because you're men and women. Some of you have served this country because they're making that bashing now. They call it gay bashing, lesbian bashing. I think that's horrible. I think you're citizens. I think it's your choice. And I think we focus too much on the names that we give things to make it a focus point to avoid, by subterfuge, the real problems in this country. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because we had many people of same sex, and I'm going to keep saying that. I'm going to call you same-sex preference because you're still citizens to me. Okay? I'm not going to put a stigma on you because you're my fellow American. We just have different sexual preferences. That's our freedom. And if you're happy, I'm happy, because you know what? I have friends that I grew up with that went from the, and I'm not going to say straight either, because I'm going to say they went from their heterosexual choice.
Where does he want you to go?
Where does he want?
It's red.
I'm going left.
Yeah.
You go that way, pal. That's this way. A guy's beeping me when I got a red light. Do you see what happens with people? They're misled by the very truth that's in their face. Getting dry over here. But anyway, let me get back to the points of topic here. The next topic my wife gave me was, what was that, Shihar? About a right you told me about? She said things that would be an issue.
I would have to look at our notes. We came up with many topics last night.
But one was that was important about the right to choose or something? Oh, no.
Yeah, the right to choose is very important.
Of what? Of what? Of what? Was that the
For women's
abortion?
right to choose, yes.
Here's my stand on that. You want to? Am I on camera? Are you getting?
Yeah,
my
yeah.
right to stand on that is this. It's the same as the freedom to choose your sexual preference and companion, that you want to live your life that gives you joy. Because our Constitution says life, liberty, and pursuit. So if you're in pursuit and you're happy, I'm for that. Just don't tell me mine is wrong or it's the same as mine, because here's the truth. Okay? The title marriage, just going back to that. Marriage, the fact that it's marriage is we're in a marriage commitment, but it's not the same commitment when it's both of the same sex. Because it can't be. Because it can't be. And I'm not against it, but it's not the same as my marriage to you. It will never be the same, because we can have children, they are forced to adopt. And that's okay. And I'm okay with that choice. What I get a little upset and offended about is they're telling me I'm the same and I'm in their preference and it's the same. It's not the same. It's the same, but you have the same right to do it. And that's what I'm saying. You have that right, and I support that right to do that. I'm just saying, don't force me to agree with you, because I'm agreeing that you have freedom to do it, and my freedom for my choice, which was the one that founded. The choice sexual preferences came later, or more known later, and it's okay. I accept that. I don't like anyone telling me that it's the same as me, and they have the... It's not the same, because we don't do the same things, because, we can't. Genetically, we can't do the same things. And that's all I'm saying. But I'm definitely for it 100%. I support the right to be together, to cohabitate together, because they have a love, and love is real, and I'm in love with my wife and live with my wife in the manner in which we choose, in our freedom. But getting back to the other choice of the right to choose of abortion, I'm not with abortion. I choose not to. My faith dictates that to me. My freedom of exercising my Christian faith says that that will not happen in my household. Now, I'm agreeable to its circumstance that I'd be in. That if my wife was raped, if she was raped, and definitely abort that, because we don't know the gene, we don't know a lot of things, okay? And first of all, it was rape, okay? So there's no humanitarian act in that, okay? She was raped, and a sexual act took place without consent, causing physical violence and many other things. Now, that's immediate for abortion, okay? And I'm okay with that. I think life and death situations, where if my wife was to die or she had to abort, as a Christian, I would want my wife. God made us companions to be as one. And my one would be taken away by the life of a child that she's had with me in the union. I would have to sacrifice the unborn child in love of my wife, because God made us one in our faith, exercising my freedom in faith. And these same ideals and thoughts are the same I share for every fellow American, that you have the right to make that choice. What I believe in is what I ask my fellow Americans, don't challenge on me, because I'm not going to challenge on you. What you do as a congressman is represent the need and voice of the people that are under a duress or a deprivation of, being deprived the freedoms and life's liberties and the attributes that we contributed throughout the years that brought us to a great standing globally. But now we're not so great because of all the elected officials we put in office that broke the very fiber down of this country. But more importantly, the people they hurt, the ones that support and uphold it, our veterans, Our veterans have taken a beating. How long did it take for the Vietnam War veterans to get a parade? It took 20 years. I went to that parade. 20 years for a battle that we shouldn't have been in. And the men were demeaned for doing it, but they did it under the instruction of the commander-in-chief. That's loyal patriotism. And we didn't support that. And we got ones from Agent Orange dying and not being cared for, shoveled under the rug. I don't shovel anything under the rug because for the last, well, for all of my adult life, I have been shoveled under the rug by politicians. I'm not a professional politician, but I am a patriot. And I will invoke all of my citizens, my 760,000 constituents in District 4, all of their civil liberties and immunities and protections and joys and all of those things that we're entitled. I will go and put on the boxing gloves. I'm getting 2 boxing gloves, people. Folks, it's going to say, Darren for Congress, we're good to go. And I'm going to put on those gloves, and that's my theme. I'm going to fight for our stuff back. What they took from us, I'm going to get. If you want it and you're with me, come and join me. Come, let's rally together. Send me an email. Send me an email and give me your thoughts. Give me what I'm missing. Tell me what I'm missing. Because you know what a good congressman does? He goes to the people and say, what did I miss? Did I leave something out? Ain't that what it's about? Ain't that what it's about? We hire a legislative person to go in and get. And he on the federal level is over the governor, over the county executive. By all definition, he's our federal long arm of the law to enhance our state by the federal government. Make no mistake, I won't be in anybody's pocket, but under the direction and instruction of my fellow Americans, 760,000 strong from District 4. Come out, give me a chance. Give us a chance. Give us a chance to take back what's right. Let's put a regular Joe in there who's been a victim like me or like you. This Blakeman or Kathleen Rice, I'm not with that. Okay? These are named people. They're picking names that sound good, or ethnic groups that sound good to get elected to be puppets. That's what we've fallen to. That's what these parties. I'm not Republican or Democrat. I'm independent. I'm an American. I was Republican. I was Democrat. I have Republican values and I have Democratic values because those values are good. They were the founding of this country. But what happened is the later founders, like the last decade, have been founding their own way and excluding us from the way. And I won't have that anymore. And I'm sure you're sick and tired like I'm sick and tired. So let's get together. Let's talk. Let's have this session every couple of days. Let me tell you what's out there. I'm in Riverdale. My mother-in-law is sick and she has a home attendant and she's got a blood clot in her leg. And we fought for her home care and she gets it. And she's still a feisty lady. And, you know, she's 84. God bless her. My mother's 80. And we're struggling with home care. Is your mom or your dad struggling with home care? My dad is too, and he's 85. He'll be 85 this July. And my parents are separated. But these are the things we're going to face. And it's not about taxes. You're going to hear from these guys, no more taxes. If there's no more taxes, our community's going to fall. Okay? That's a subterfuge to let you think that when they lower your taxes, they take more things away from you. We don't want that. Okay? We want to find out where our tax money went. We want to find out who's spending it. And as the supreme congressman of the state in that district, make no mistake, they will answer me. I don't care if he's the governor. I don't care if he's the county executive in Suffolk or Nassau. You need to tell me where that money's going. I won't step on another congressman, but make no mistake, if he's not doing the job, then I'll get together with everybody because it's about us, we the people. We've had enough. Enough is enough, and too much is kind of a lot. So let's do it, people. Let's take back what belongs to us. Let's get it, and let's get it good. And I'm here now, and I'm glad to have this talk with you. I'm happy to have shared this time with you. I'm home now. I'm going upstairs to cook dinner for my mother-in-law. I used to be a private chef. You know, I'm an actor, and you know I'm an advocate. And I have some physical disabilities, heart condition, and ambulating ones. But I'm good to go, and I will fight and defend our freedoms, our protections, and our civil liberties. So help me God. God bless you all. Talk to you soon. This is Darren Dione Aquino, and I'm running for Congress.